Okay, cool. Doing a little live here in my garage. Oh, I've been putting this chair down the wrong way. Let's see. Setting up a stool real quick. Balance is not working. All right. There's no one even on here. That's okay, because I was going to post this for later. Doing a little live here out in my garage. Don't mind me looking like a straight bum this week. Let's see. Getting this bad boy going for a second. All right. Getting some gear ready to do a little fishing. Got my fly fishing wall back here. I guess I could give you guys like a little tour of some of the stuff I got. Got some neat things in the works. So let's just do a little garage tour. Whoop! For a sec. So got my little fly fishing wall up here. Kind of told like my handyman what I wanted him to do, and he did that. I'd love to say I did it, but a single mom, 3 boys, did not have a ton of time. So got some of my fly rods up here. I have a ton more on top up there, but just kind of threw together some things. Had a couple of my grandpa's hats that passed away in the National Guard. Ooh. I love these. I gotta find a really cool way to store these, but kind of fun. A few of his hats. I've got 3 of them. And then I got a bunch of piece of shit rods and reels that I need to throw away. These are all like garbage. And then just a bunch of waders, some other stuff, some gear from companies. My kid, my 15-year-old, just picked up this today, which was pretty cool from Sportsman's. I think he said it was like $180, little bait caster. But look how sick that is. You see that bad boy? It's got some pretty cool art on it. Anyways, this one's from, let's see, this was Proficiency, which is kind of cool. He loves that. It's actually a really cool looking rod. He's out practicing with it, so it's pretty cool. Got the bait caster, little reel on there. Got some line put on it. Grabbed some bait and was just testing it out. Let's see what I get today. So I got some gear from different companies. I get stuff all the time from brands to try. And then if I like it, then I'm willing to usually partner with them. But I always try it first. I'll never like just partner with them and just partner with them. I don't care how much they're willing to pay me. Nah. All right, let's do this. So, you guys know I'm a fly fishing junkie. I'm sorry, I'm getting over a cold, so I'm a little bit off my normal game here. I have tons of fly bags. I've been on the search for like the perfect fly bag. I feel like I look like a real bum. Sorry, I did this video looking. Whatever. All right. I'm gonna grab a couple of my bags here. I got this Orvis one I've literally just had to throw. We've been fishing so much lately with the boys and on boats and bow fishing and bass fishing and then fly fishing that my stuff's like all over the place. Like you might find fly fishing stuff in with some like power bait and in with some like G-Rat lures. Like you never know what you're gonna find. Or some Jake's lures, like whatever. Okay, I got this bag to try from Field Corps. Been testing this one out. Okay, let's see what we got. Cool. So we're gonna pull a few things out of those. We're gonna do some bass fishing in some spots that I'm not really familiar with. None of us really are. Of course, I'll film them. Let's put this bad boy back in there so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. We're good. Cool. So, can't really, I have to use a little bit of this. See what I got in one of these bags. This one I think has all fly fishing stuff, but you never know. And I'm not gonna need my fly fishing stuff this week. I'm honestly not even gonna be fishing that much. It's more so my boys that are fishing. So, which means a little more conventional type stuff, right? Still like my nippers, so a lot. All right, cool. Got a ton of flies in here, stuff hanging out of the bags. I am not like the most organized person at all. I am more like chaos. And I call myself the chaos coordinator because that's who I am as a person. I'm pretty wild. I'm pretty like go, 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 go. Like I don't plan stuff. I'm big on spontaneity. Like that's my jam. I thrive. I'm just like, let's go on a trip. Let's go do this. Let's go fish. Let's go like, let's go there. Let's go skydive. Let's go fly a helicopter. Like whatever. Okay. This bag I know is mostly fishing stuff or like power bait or like this is like the Mod Podge. This has been like, we're hurrying. We're going on the boat. Like what am I throwing in? Oh yeah. Holy shit. You guys ready for this? I feel like I should show you a little more what's in here. Okay, we got like power bait. It's probably, the kids probably left the lids off. Berkley power bait. I bet it's freaking kind of soft, not the softest. Yeah, it's a little flaky. We got like all kinds of like random lures in here. These ones did pretty good at a couple locations. These G-Rat Thin Swims did pretty good at some spots. We got some of these Dixie Flips from G-Rat. They sent me a bunch of stuff. These guys are awesome. Frogs and stuff just to throw. We've just been all over the place. You guys, this is when you know you are like just like in the middle of chaos with little boys. We don't even do sorry, I've been sick. Talcum boxes anymore because my boys break them very easily, and then the shit just gets like thrown around in the box, and so we just really don't do those anymore. Anyways, I got some. A lot of my gear is old. Like a lot of my stuff is old, so I've been actually working on getting new gear from new companies so I can really start reviewing it and kind of seeing what's the best of the best, since my whole audience is fishing. But anyways, we got some more of these little things and put them back in their little baggies and let it go. Okay. Got some more freaking garlic trout power bait. Some shit. Random bubbles, weights. All right, cooking with gas, as my dad would say. Anybody? Anybody? Swivels. I actually just meeting the owner of this company, which is kind of cool, the Fishing Weed Blocker. They just actually sponsored me, so I'm really excited to work with them. I'm gonna meet him hopefully this week, which will be great. And he's created some really cool products. He's retired and just doing some cool stuff, and I really liked him. And I'm big about like who I work with. Like I want to meet the people behind the brand. I want to know I like the product first, but I want to meet the people behind the brand because I want to know I like them and that they're awesome people and they're doing cool things. And then I want to be part of what they're doing. If not, then I'm likely not going to work with them, right? Because you got to like who you work with. You got to really like them. You got to know that they're awesome because there's a lot of really cool brands out there. And so you know you get to be picky. You got to choose like what works and what doesn't. So okay, sorry. I'm like, whew, sweaty. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is so funny to me because look at this. This is like my little Mod Podge of like shit when I'm on the river and you're like changing, because I have my oldest who's 15, he manages himself grit fishing. Then my twinners are 6 and they're starting to learn everything. But like, we're just like I got, okay, can you, this is the reality of fishing with kids. I got a Rapala in there. We caught some on Rapalas last time. Got a lot of treble hooks. We got some Jake's hooks. Jake's, thanks for sending us a bunch of lures. They were awesome. My oldest really swears by those Jake's lures. He loves them. The gold with the red little dots on them. That's his money maker. Anyways, we're going to leave those in there because they're going to just pull them out anyways. So, I'm going to go chase some bass this week. I'd tell you where, but I don't want to drop the location right now. Maybe a little later I'll tell you guys how it went. Some spots I'm not really familiar with. I'm more so packing, taking kids. We're gonna be swimming, we're gonna do some fun stuff. And then trying a couple different locations down in this area. It is very hot weather, so pray for me. Just kidding, I don't care if it's hot or cold. I'll fish anything. Some of my kids, like they're little diehards. They're all like just, like the other day they spent hours in here like organizing their fishing stuff. It was the cutest thing in my life. I'm just honestly gonna throw all this back in there because this is what happens, and I feel like it's the kids like Mod Podge of just like, whatever works, Ma. We don't need the flies. I'm really sad I'm not taking the fly rod. But fly rods are like my day out, right? With the kids, like we do a lot more like spin fishing or, I always call it spin fishing, just with spin reel. My oldest likes the bait casters. I'm getting better with the bait casters, so that's cool. I need to, get some really good brands behind me on that one. I gotta figure out what ones I really like the most. So I got some good product. One of my goals this year is because my oldest, Bentley, my 15-year-old, really likes to fish a lot. I've done my fly fishing wall. I really want to separate and create a spot for him that's just like his fishing area and with the boys. And along with that, so I've got this big, huge wall in my garage. I don't know if you see this. Let me show you this. So I got this big, huge garage right here, RV garage. I got my truck right here. The truck's pretty big. I got a ton of space back there. But I have all these walls in here and all this space, right? And so one of the things I really want to do is, like, my oldest wants to get into duck hunting as well. And then my twinners want to get into, like, elk hunting, okay? And they're only 6, but I can start getting them involved in things. And I've never done hunting, okay? So I'm a first timer for that. Big fishing girl, like I got in aviation, got into helicopters. And that's still a big goal of mine, is to buy my own helicopter one day. So stay along for the journey for that one. But like the hunting space this year is kind of going to be a fun thing for us to get into. Plus with 3 boys, like we go through so much food, it's unreal. So I'm like stoked on this. So, yeah, in August, I'm doing my first my first elk hunt here in Utah. It's going to just be a cow elk. Gunworks is sponsoring it and going to set me up with a rifle to use for it. I'm going to be partnering with them and doing their long range course as well for 4 days and learning really the ropes of everything before I go into this hunt. So I am aware, so I am responsible, and then I know the product, I know the system, I know what I'm using, I'm taking the right shots, I'm making the right choices. So that's a big thing for me this year, and showing you guys the process too, from being a single mama, learning things, because I had to learn how to fly fish. I had to learn how to, my dad taught me like fishing with a spinner and a bobber, right, or bubble, and like a fly. But when I, was older, I had to learn how to fly fish. Like I wanted to do that. I had to learn how to tow a trailer. I had to learn how to fly a helicopter. I had to learn all these things and teach myself. And then I taught my boys different things too. And ride dirt bikes. Like they ride dirt bikes. My twins race and stuff like that. Just little easy bikes, but still I got them all on that. Put a dirt bike track in the backyard for them. And so now it's like this different space of things, and we're gonna learn together. And part of what I really want to showcase as with this YouTube growing is, I want other women, because they DM me and they message me or they talk to me in person. They're like, I love watching your stuff. Like, you inspire me to do this, and I want to take my kids fishing, or I want to take them to do this, but I don't know what to do. And I love watching your stuff because it makes me feel like I could go do it. And so that's my goal. It's a show, even if I look like a total beginner and total noob in like the hunting space, particularly not fishing, but in the hunting space. I'm just going to show you guys the journey of getting into it, learning everything from square one, and just being really real, raw, honest about it. What I know, what I don't know, what I like, what I don't like, what I learn, all the things as I go. I really have no filter as a human being, so you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Anyways, so that's kind of what's going to happen. So I'll take you guys along for the ride. It'll be fun. Then I'm gonna put all this back in here. I'm just gonna throw it in. This isn't call it good. We'll get more when we get down there. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, a little 13-minute long just chit chat in the garage about whatever. So if you guys have anything you want to see on the channel, I have a ton of videos I still have to edit and drop. I really need some help with editing. That's a big thing. But right now, yeah. I think I'll do another video, another day about kind of my story and what happened and where I'm at and where I'm going. So I think a lot of people kind of have picked up bits and pieces over the years on my social media. But I was getting like really heavily litigated during that time and stayed really quiet through a lot of things and still will maintain a lot of privacy on certain things just for my children. But I want to share some other parts of my story that I think will be really cool to share. From where I've been and what I grew with social media and what I gave up to what I'm building. And that means that we're in a period right now that things are a little bit tighter, and that's okay. I actually filmed a video, got my trailer up for sale, which was a big deal. I know a lot of people will be like, nobody cares, like whatever. It was a big deal for me. Really hard day to do that because I worked so hard to be able to buy like a trailer and toys for my kids, and had to post those up for sale this year. But that's okay, you gotta make sacrifices to build something sometimes and to do something different and better. Sometimes you gotta take the road that's a little bit harder. And I have 3 beautiful boys that watch me and are watching my process and watching my mindset through it. And they will become who I show them. And so, excuse me. Anyways, there's a lot coming. I'm super excited, but thanks for being on here. Make sure you guys subscribe, comment what else you want to see, anything, and I appreciate you guys.